It's starting to get hot. Yeah, I still have my acne, but it is what it is. Like I was basically saying, it flares up at times, but eventually we'll get to a doctor. Right now I'm still job searching. Alright, this YouTube video is gonna be Asian women, sex with black men. Now, I've done this on my original YouTube channel, and man, it dropped some mad numbers on my original YouTube channel. And I thought, well, my new audience might want to know what that's about. I mean, I tell everybody to go to my old YouTube channel, and I want to say thank you, because without you guys, I would not have a national audience. Without you guys, I wouldn't even have a fan base. Without you guys, I would not even gotten to the levels that I got on YouTube in the first place. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And guess what? Thank you. And as you can see, they muddy the waters, or should I say. So anyway, let's get started with the video, shall we? Now, most black men complain that when they try to mess with the black woman, you know, the black woman has this tendency to play mind games. And let's be honest, we live in a digital social media era where it's all about movies, television, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, who's rich and famous. And one can argue that this video would be for guys who are been judged by, you know, by a cover. Like if you like comic books, anime, and video games, then Asian women is for you. Now, most black women are not into comic books. They're not into video games, and they're not into animes like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. They're not into that type of stuff. Sorry. They're into stuff like Lil Wayne's my baby daddy, Drake's my baby daddy, and that type of ignorant bullshit. And the reason why I say ignorant bullshit, because that's basically what it is. It's ignorant bullshit. Because that defeats the purpose of you asking her out to lunch and dinner. And about 85 to 90% on average, most black women only find black men physically, sexually attractive if he's a criminal. You know, he got to be between 6 feet to 6'8". He got to be 220 pounds of rock solid muscle with six-pack ass, big broad shoulders with tattoos, and he has to be thugging. He has to be gang banging. And some black men are just not comfortable with that idea of having a criminal record and going to jail 6 to 12 times, 13, 14, 15 times. You ask any of these West Coast rappers or East Coast rappers, a lot of these rappers have gone to jail. And a lot of times it's because they want to impress a woman. Yeah, you trying to impress a woman, especially here in the black community. You know how O'Shea Do Jackson and X like to say it, the black community. Well, that's what you got to look forward to. And most black men, including myself, we get we get not just sexually frustrated, we get frustrated that when we do pursue a black woman. And this don't matter if the black woman is high class, middle class, or affluent at times low class. She usually already has kids from past or previous relationships. And most black men who are hard working are not interested in that. But you get that whether you ask for it or not. This video is to try to help you make some sense of the logic so you can have some alternatives. I'm all about helping you come to a problem and fix it with a solution and things of that nature. Now, Asian women over the years have kind of came into the landscaping of dating in the late 90s, early 2000s. Nobody really thought these women were desirable. And it wasn't until A lot of these multi-billionaires and millionaires, guys in Hollywood that are rich and famous, decided to go to China, to Japan, to Asia. And sorry, but we got the fire truck, so I can't do nothing about the noise. I wish I could, but I can't. You know, it's about to be summertime, and a lot of people suffer from heat exhaustion and strokes and heart attacks because it's almost summertime, and a lot of people don't drink a lot of water, so they get dehydrated. So when you hear the fire trucks in this area, this location, I can't do nothing about the noise or the sound, so sorry for the minor inconvenience. We're out on location. Well, a lot of the rich multi-billionaires and millionaires, when they do their business deals, they go do business deals in China, in Japan, in Asia, you know, in Thailand and Taiwan. And they see these beautiful, exotic looking Asian women, and they get curious, and that's how it starts. And then they, you know, bring these women to the United States. Now, these women here are going to be straight down the middle, 100% real and genuine. What you get is what you get. What you ask for is what you get. And there's a lot of good benefits because it ain't just sex. It's all the stuff you try to get and you couldn't get, you finally get. Now, let's talk about the Hollywood treatment. Now, the Asian women will give you the Hollywood treatment. They will give you the back massages, the neck massages, the feet fetishes, you know. They don't just have the same thing when you have sex. They can get very creative in the bedroom. The Asian women, the Chinese and Japanese women, they are very sexual and very freaky in the bedroom. You say you want to have sex with 2 girls, there's a threesome. You want to have sex with hold on. Sorry about that. I know it's embarrassing. I know it is, but can't be having snot come down my nose. And this shit show up on camera, so y'all weren't supposed to see that, but y'all did. I know you're like, goddamn, Alex. Next time, blow your nose before you get on camera. Shit, goddamn, man. Don't be ruining the video for the brothers, alright? So I know how some brothers in the hood, you know, would act if they see this video. Be like, damn, Alex. Next time, I'll hold the camera, man. But anyway, the point is, you want to have sex with 3 girls and have a threesome? They're down for it for the most part, if they're open to it. And I mean it. There are some Asian girls that you don't think are like that, and they're like that. You want to have a foursome. You want to have sex with 3 girls. It's a foursome. Now, you want to do some role playing. You want to dress up like your Goku from Dragon Ball Z. They'll do some role playing. They're very cheerful. They like to play. How do I know? Because I actually hit it on a Viennese girl like about 2 to 3 months ago when I had to go to jury duty court. And right from the get-go, she found me physically, sexually attractive. Most Asian women, most Chinese, Japanese, Asian women find black men very physically, sexually attractive. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster, we're athletic. We know how to put it down in the bedroom, and they like us for that. And unlike the other races of women, they do respect our ability to be very smart and intelligent. You know, now, Asian women do want you to challenge your mind. You know, expand your mind on great ideas. And if you're open to suggestions, they'll make a suggestion. But you do have to learn the culture. And you do still have to remain an alpha male. And the reason for that is because when it comes time for a big situation to pop off, you have to demonstrate masculine frame. You have to at least show her that you're a real man. You have to show her why she picked you in the first place to be your mate. Now, you're not going to get the same bullshit-ass politics that you get in the hood. In the hood, you messing with a black woman that could potentially have 3 kids, 7 kids, or 10 kids. Now, I'm not saying all black women is like that, so don't be going on YouTube and be calling the all police, aka feminist police. I just say in most cases, as a black man, your goal is first to get with a black woman first. And when you get to a period where it's 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, and that still has not happened, So then you move on to the next race, you move on to a white woman. And most of the time when you try to pursue white women or Mexican women, and I already made a video about that, I already talked about the good and the bad of that, you're going to get some guy from that race that's not going to be happy with you. Now with Asian women, you don't really have to worry about an Asian man being jealous and envious of you. Most of them are gonna respect you regardless, as long as you got a house, an apartment, a car, and 2 jobs, and you make a lot of money, and you don't smoke, and you don't do drugs, and you don't do criminal activities. Most Asian men will respect you. Now when you do say or do something conveniently stupid, then they lose a ton of respect for you. So that's how that works. You don't have to worry about, you know, ex-boyfriends or ex-husbands calling the phone at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning telling me, I'm gonna blow up your house, I'm gonna blow up your car, you stole my woman. You ain't gotta worry about that no more when you're dating an Asian woman. But you are gonna get some backlash. You are gonna get some major heat for it. Most black women go in rage when they see a black man date an Asian woman. You know, and they be like, what the hell you seeing this tiny ass 4'1", 4'2" Asian chick? She's skinny, she ain't got no ass. What do you see in her? And a lot of times what most black women fail to understand, it ain't so much about she ain't got no ass, it's the black man is trying to find someone to help fall in love with and get a mate. Most black men who date Chinese, Japanese women, you notice they don't have any problems, right? There's no problems when it comes to taking her out to lunch and dinner. There's no problems in the bedroom. There's not even no problems when it comes to producing healthy, strong kids. And you see, with an Asian woman, they know how to cook lunch and they know how to cook breakfast. So they know how to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They know how to cook real food, not that McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell shit that's not actually healthy for you, that could one day contribute to type 1, type 2 diabetes. Because when you say, I want someone to cook me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they go to McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell. Now, if you want a black woman that cooks real breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you got to go down south. And most black men be like, well, I ain't trying to go down south. I ain't trying to have no Klansmen hang me from a tree. So I ain't going down south. I'm just trying to tell you what the perception is. You know, on this channel, we're going to tell the truth. We're not going to lie and sugarcoat it. We're going to tell the truth. That's what you got to look forward to. And most black men want someone that's in athletic shape. They eat their fruits and vegetables and drink lots of water. Not put on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds and got 100 excuses for health problems. So a black man doesn't just go, well, I'm doing it because I know I can get sex. Well, I want the person healthy. That's why black men do that. And you see, the reason why I say black women have no clue is because once upon a time, most of these black men were getting rejected constantly in high school and college. And women didn't even want these guys because they weren't playing basketball and football. They weren't gang banging. They weren't no criminal. They didn't have no tattoos. They weren't banging in the street. And I'm gonna make a completely separated YouTube video later in the week called just self-improve yourself. And don't worry about it, because when I name the title of the video, you'll know why I named it the title of the video. It's going to be called Most Black Men Cannot Live Up to the Aura of Nipsey Hussle. Because what I've noticed, most black women are going to hold you to this even higher level of standard than you're used to being held to. In New York City, the GOAT is Notorious B.I.G. and Jay-Z and LL Cool J. You know, I know some will agree, some will disagree. Here in LA, some will agree that it's Tupac. So, and then you got Nipsey Hussle. Most black men will never rise to that level because black women are going to say, I want a Nipsey Hussle type of guy and not some lame that likes Dragon Ball Z, that likes Pokemon, as in the video games and comic books. They don't like that type of black man. Diamond Sharp even said it, that a lot of black women couldn't stand when he talks intelligent. That's the good benefits with a Chinese woman, a Japanese woman, an Asian woman. They actually like when you talk intelligent. If you know how to speak Chinese, Japanese, they find that physically, sexually attractive. If you can speak 5 languages, you've already impressed a Chinese woman. You already impressed a Japanese woman. If you know culture, if you know how to say that I've traveled around the world, they like that. You say I traveled to Africa, Mexico, London, England, Great Britain, Paris, France. You say I've traveled around the world, they like that too. So the more experience you bring to the table, the more they find it interesting. Now, as for our female counterparts in the black community, you start to say, I can speak 5 languages, that's intimidating to most black women. This brother can speak Chinese, Japanese, he can speak Spanish, he can speak Portuguese. That's intimidating to most black women. So if you speak 5 languages, that's intimidating. It's like she thinks you're talking down to her as if you're a white guy. Now, if a white man speaks 5 languages, a black woman will find that white man maybe 5 to maybe 7 times more physically, sexually attractive than us. But you speak 5 different languages. Oh, it's intimidating. Now, you see the bullshit hypocrisy, right? You see the hypocrisy, right? You see the hypocrites, right? Now, if a black man eats his fruits and vegetables, that's a good thing to the eyes of the Chinese and Japanese women. But to a black woman, you eating fruits and vegetables, well, you ain't trying to eat no real food, you ain't trying to eat no soul food. You know, they don't insult your intelligence like that. You know, and I know some will get angry and come mad in the comment section and thumbs down the video. It is what it is. This video ain't for black women. This video is for black men that are angry and pissed off and don't have no answer for their problem. That's why I'm here to give you the answer to your problem. And you see, you got white men who date Chinese, Japanese women. And again, you don't hear any complaints. Is what I just told you. Unless you do something stupid for some complaint to come up. And unlike the traditional, or should I say the black woman, the Asian woman is not afraid to go to the park or to a picnic. A black woman be like, I ain't trying to go to no picnic or no park. I want to go to the nightclub and go see Lil Wayne and Drake. You know, that dumbass shit. An Asian woman be like, take me to the art museum. She'll be thrilled and excited. You take her to the art museum or to the zoo, she's excited. You take her to do mountain climbing, rock climbing. Oh, it'll blow her experience. She'll be like, this guy is creative. Now you try to do that with a black woman, and a black woman be like, that's some white people shit. And I know some black women will take it personal, and I really don't, give a you know what. My point is, Asian women will let you have all the fun that you want to have. And the reason why I made this video is because I know a lot of you guys want some alternatives. Now, all you gotta do is just be honest with a Chinese woman, a Japanese woman, an Asian woman. Just be 100% honest. Tell her what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, and she'll understand you for the most part. And it's when you lie too many times and the Asian woman is gonna start questioning your masculinity. So that's why I say that. Now, like I said, they're very freaky when it comes to having sex. And they can cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, if you don't know how to speak Chinese or Japanese, they'll teach you how to speak Chinese and Japanese. And you ain't got to go learn martial arts to impress them. So you ain't got to be trying to be Goku, okay? And if you want to read comic books or play video games, they don't have a problem with it. In fact, they would prefer you to read comic books, play video games, and look at anime than to be trying to be on the street trying to sea walk and shit. They actually prefer that. And you ain't got to be trying to be no gangbanger. You ain't got to be no Crip or no Blood to impress no Asian woman. Now, if it's them Asian women that been living in the hood for so long, then yeah, that's gonna be a problem. So that's why I said traditional Japanese and Chinese and Asian women. And you can take them to the opera and they will be excited. You can take them to a musical, a theater musical, and you'll see that smile on their face. You ain't got to be trying to be no Crip or no Blood. You ain't got to do no karate to impress them. All of that crap you see in the movies and the TV shows, those are just poorly portrayed interpretations on what you would have to do to impress them. I'm actually telling you, be yourself. I mean, remember what the genie said in the animated movie of Aladdin? Just be yourself. Tell the truth. You can tell the truth with an Asian woman, good or bad, and you ain't got to feel guilty for it. You can be yourself around traditional Chinese, Japanese, and Asian women and not feel bad about it. Now, when you're with a black woman that's from the hood, you already know what it is. You can't do that. You know, if you ain't smoking, you ain't drinking, you ain't sea walking, black woman ain't gonna find you physically, sexually attractive if you messing with those black women from the hood. You ain't got no tattoos, you ain't been arrested, she ain't interested in you. You start talking all intelligent and sophisticated, she ain't talking to you. It'd be 10 years later, 15 years later, or 20 years later before that black woman even dares to talk to you. With an Asian woman, you don't have to wait that long. So that's the difference between them. Just remember that when you do this, you're gonna get a lot of hatred. You're gonna get a lot of backlash. You're gonna get a lot of confrontation. So this video was longer than it was supposed to. Until next time, peace.